like it's Jesus. I'm on that gas, trying to think I'm with the last gas. She say no, I'm reckless. Haters gon' respect it, don't expect it, don't speculate. But please don't step up in my face. Try me, you gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. This ain't what you want, baby. This ain't what you want, baby. Got a couple hitters in the cut, they go from South Park to New York. I was raised out here in the country. That bike for Williams and Hurst. My attitude so Brooklyn. So please don't push me to it. Don't provoke me, I will do it. Yeah, baby girl, I'm rude. These hands ain't got a life.
Hello, Georgia. Hello, hello, hello. I got to tell you, I've been a resident here for a little more than 30 years, so I know a few things about Georgia. What I want to share with you today is that this is where I found the American dream for myself. And lately I found myself having my feet in two different worlds. One where I'm talking to very wealthy people at their table, and then I come to work and I'm talking to people who work for me about everyday problems and everyday issues. So it puts me in a very, very peculiar spot to be able to talk to you. And I'm grateful for that, having my feet in both those worlds, because I still remember what it was like to stand at the Winn-Dixie on Buford Highway and have $20 and try to figure out, how do I make this meal work for the week? I know what it's like to have my landlord knocking at the door and I'm in the bed hiding because I don't want him to knock on the door because I know he has an eviction notice. I know what it's like to be homeless here in Georgia. I know what it's like to have to scrape up enough money to get to stay at a pay-by-the-week hotel off of Buford Highway. I know what it's like.
Listen, if you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I did, and that's how I got this 100.
I know what it's like to sleep in my car wrapped in my grandmother's quilt because I had no place to go. I know what it's like to come from work and walk outside and realize that my car has been repossessed. So make no mistake, I know and I remember how hard it is, and I remember the struggle, and I also know, hear me, how expensive it is to be poor. But I also believed in an American dream. And when I was coming here to Georgia, I was looking for inspiration, and there was this show called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. And there was a man on there that I really admired, I looked up to. He had a helicopter, and his name was on hotels all over the place. He was, hold on just a second, let me get through this so you hear what I'm saying. Young black men admired him because his name was in rap lyrics. So when I first started making a little money, the first thing I did was checked into the Trump Hotel because I wanted to feel that specialness. But then I started to do my research. Research is important. Truth is important. Facts are important. I found out about a discrimination lawsuit against he and his father because they didn't want people like me in their building. I found out about him taking a full-page ad out on young black men in the New York Times. I found out about the birther lie. We all heard it, saying that Barack Obama was not born in this country. There are undertones there and there are echoes there that we all had to pay attention to. So I watched him when he won the presidency. I watched him say that there were good people on both sides when neo-Nazis were screaming, "Jews will not replace us." I watched him from the Central Park 5 to Project 2025. And what I realized is that in this Donald Trump America, there is no dream that looks like me. We want a president who believes that this American dream is for everyone. And that president is Kamala Harris. We want a president that understands, like I did in Georgia. When I came here, I didn't have anything, but I had a dream. So I worked, and against all odds, I worked my way to where I am now. It was here in Georgia. See, in Georgia, you know what we do? We don't sit around and complaining. We go to work. It was here where I became a studio owner. My first studio was on Clark Street. Now that is Clark Street Market. And then I bought another studio, which was on Greenbrier, right near Greenbrier Mall on Continental Colony Parkway. And it was there that Barack Obama came in 2012 to do a fundraiser. And he was getting ready to leave, and he said, come ride with me. We're going to my house for a fundraiser. And I'm like, wait, you want me to ride with you and the beast? So I get in the car, and traffic is stopped, and we're riding, and he's talking to me. And for those of you who are old enough to remember Charlie Brown, all I heard was wah, 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 wah. I finally said, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but I haven't heard a word you've said, because I'm in awe of this country. What a great country that you could become president of the United States. And he turned to me quick as a flash and he said, yes, but what a great country that you could become Tyler Perry. From that moment, I went and I bought a bigger studio. I bought Fort McPherson Army Base. Right now, where we hire thousands of people are coming through that doors. And I don't care what was stacked up against me. I don't care. I didn't pay attention to that. What I paid attention to was, how do I help somebody? I broke through that door, laid it down on its side, and let it become a ramp so that somebody else can get higher too. You want to hear something about an American dream? Fort McPherson was once a Confederate Army base, where there were Confederate soldiers trying to plot and plan on how to keep 3.9 million Negroes enslaved. Now that land is owned by me. Let's talk about an American dream. It's seniors working so hard and working hard and working, seniors working hard. And what I realized when I bought it, that seniors around, their taxes were going through the roof. So what I did was, I was like, no, you're not gonna come here and take these seniors' houses. I paid everybody's taxes up for years so that they can keep their houses. When an 85-year-old woman in Coweta County lost her house to a fire and wanted a place for all her grandkids, I rebuilt that house for her. Most recently, I saw in the AJC a story where there was a woman who hired this contractor and he gutted her house and left her there with nothing. She was living in a house with no plumbing and no walls for years. I rebuilt that house for her. Why am I telling you this? I'm not telling you this to be bragging. What I'm telling you about it is, what I want you to understand is I have compassion for our seniors. So when a candidate says that we have lowered the cost of insulin to $35 for seniors, that candidate has my vote. I put many kids through college, and recently there was a family, a woman who was murdered by her husband, and she had 3 kids that were college age, kids through college. So when I hear a candidate say, we are going to do what we can to reduce student loan debt, that is a candidate that I can stand with. I stand with a candidate who has an American dream for everyone. She stands with us. And she has an American dream for our children. And let me tell you something about the children. I don't know if you remember, but her DNC speech was great, right? But there's a moment that you may have missed. When the cameras were rolling and she was walking around and the balloons are falling and confetti's falling, I'm watching her smile and wave. Her family comes out, but there are 2 little girls on the stage. And I see her constantly making sure they're okay, not getting too close to the edge. That's what you want. See, the little things will tell you about the heart of a person. In that speech, she talked about how we have more in common than what separates us. So, Georgia, I want to put that to the test. I didn't have a father who gave me millions of dollars to start a business. Did you? No. Didn't think so. My mother didn't have some great legacy but she taught me how to pray my way through a situation. It sounds like we have that in common. I'm the kind of American that believes in a secure border, but at the same time believes that if anyone is coming seeking legal asylum, our arms should be open to them. I'm the kind of American that believes that if you are running for office, you shouldn't sink and tank a bipartisan bill to help the border so that you could use it for your own glory. If you are like me, I've worked my ass off to buy my first house and build my business and take care of my family. That is the American dream. I believe if you work that hard and you put into Social Security, when you get to a certain age, that you put in should be there waiting for you because it's yours.
New Lego Star Wars sets. Save the galaxy. Or don't? Choose the light side? Choose the dark side? Sets sold separately. Smart devices and set dressing not included.
I believe that we all should have affordable health care and it not be replaced with the concept of a plan. What the hell? I'm the kind of American that believes that no matter what your party, we ought to be able to sit down and have civil conversation so that we can work toward a solution, the same as I do with our governor, Brian Kemp. I'm the kind of man that believes that the government nor a man should be telling a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. I'm the kind of American who believes that poll workers should do their civic duty without being harassed and threatened like Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss in Fulton County. And I am not the kind of American that glories in, enjoys, laughs at, or celebrates an 80-year-old man being hit with a hammer because his wife is in politics and you don't agree with her. And two things can be true at once. I am not the kind of man that glory in, celebrates, enjoy, or laughs at a 78-year-old former president almost meeting his death at an assassin's bullet in Butler's, Pennsylvania. It's not right. It's about decency, America, and I think you agree with me. But I am the kind of American that believes if you lose an election, that you honor the constitutional, peaceful transfer of power. And judging by your reaction, I believe Kamala is right. We have more in common than what separates us. As I'm closing here, I just want to talk about that quilt that I used to wrap up in my grandmother's car, that quilt that my grandmother gave me. That quilt was a tapestry of beautiful pieces, but I completely ignored it. I didn't think it was worth anything because she had made it from all of these stitches and gave it to me as a gift. And I was walking past this antique store years later and I saw one in the window and I go, wow, that's a beautiful quilt. It reminds me of my grandmother. So I walk in, I talk to the lady. She started explaining to me that each patch in that quilt was worth this and meant this because of the woman who made it. So when I think about America, I think about my grandmother's quilt. We are all shapes, sizes, and colors, but we are one. And it was so important for me to stand with a candidate who understands that we as America, we are a quilt. And I could never stand with a candidate who wants America to be a sheet. So today, I voted for Kamala Harris. And Georgia, it was only about 11,400 votes that separated Trump and Biden. So every vote counts. So I stand here, full-throated, with my full chest, begging you, imploring you, let's get out and make Kamala Harris the 47th president of the United States of America. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
This is why I stopped shopping.
I'm giving some jet like this.
Okay,
Turn me up, turn me up. Hey, what you say, bitch? Hey, get out my face, bitch. Hey, they can't take this. I got on bait, bitch. Hey, what you say, bitch? Get out my face, bitch. Hey, they can't take this. I got on bait, bitch. Hey, this bitch fake. I go ape, get up out my way. I spot a goofy from a mile away. I'm like, wait, where my money? Where my fucking paper? You ain't got it, well, no tickets and no fucking skates. Hey, get up on my back. And my homie want the eaters. I'm like, where they at? Hey, like, where they at? Shit, I don't do no racing, that is not a scat. Pull off, let's ride off fast. I know fake shit don't last. I know broke hoes be sad. I know more hoes that's mad. Like, why bring up my past? I'm first, I'm never last. I drive, I never crash. And now I'm on they ass. Hey, what you say, bitch? Get out my face, bitch. Hey, they can't take this. I got on bait, bitch. Hey, what you say, bitch? Get out my face, bitch. Hey, they can't take this. I got on bait, bitch.
She got on bait. She got on bait. You ain't fucking with her. You better clock that too. Clock it, yeah. Bad bitch on it. Bad bitch on it. Got these hoes and they feeling. Wanna be like Big Marco. Shout out to motherfucking Fendi, cause she the better than them all. We stay booked and busy. You bitches can't fuck with us, hell now. I know them haters really mad, but I don't give no fuck, cause we still on top. Clock that. Clock that. You better clock that. Yeah. Clock that, you better clock that. See, you better clock that.
Hey, hold on. Clock that. You better clock that. Clock that. You better clock that. T, you better clock that. Hey, hold on. Hey, what you say, bitch? Hey, get out my face, bitch.
Get out my motherfucking face.
Hey, they can't take this. I got on bait, bitch. Hey, what you say, bitch? Get out my face, bitch. Hey, they can't take this. I got on bait, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
I'm giving some jet like this.
Motherfucker tune. get to the bag.
Now I ain't gon' say I'm the GOAT, but I'm dope. Came in on a boat, had meal on my neck, I'm a soap. Antisocial, made $1 million and spoke. I ain't talking unless it's about some money. Beef, cause these baloney. I pray to God, I don't see the op, cause Lord knows I'ma shoot the whole 100. Check that reaction, subliminal captions, it's crazy, cause now I'm a target. A year ago, they hung me up like a hanger and left me inside of the closet. I teach the gist how to come up from nothing, they don't wanna listen, they clutching and busting.